Coming up on News Live at 6, a new initiative from the Student Association starting this summer. What this means for students and faculty.
Plus, learn how the public health initiative, Healthy Monday, is becoming a part of the Learner Center here at Syracuse University. That story ahead.
And 2 Republican candidates challenge Democratic Congressman John Mannion in the 2026 election. Find out who, when. News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is Citrus TV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
The next few days mark class registration period at SU. Welcome into News Live at 6. I'm Cora Mayer-Costa.
And I'm Isabella Galan. The Syracuse University Student Association is working to help students choose classes based on the required material. Our Chloe Breeze tells us the changes coming to your MySlice.
The Syracuse University Student Association has created an initiative with Barnes & Noble campus organizers to effectively make textbooks and classroom requirement readily available to students. Vice President of Academic Affairs for the Student Association, Tanner Beauchart, explains the reasoning for the initiative.
And this is assuming that every faculty member does this. We'll be able to look and sort classes by how expensive these are, whether or not they require a textbook, how many textbooks. This is all about improved transparency and communication with the students.
There are 4 options given to professors and students: hard copy textbooks, renting a hard copy, ebook, and an ebook rental. SU Professor Joseph Adamo explains his thoughts on the initiative.
Because you do get those options, and all professors get those options. I guess it just depends on what the professor prefers. But I believe, there's 4 options, so whatever fits your budget, that's what you should go with.
Barnes & Noble is working to ensure a price match guarantee. Coming into the bookstore, Barnes & Noble brings a national supply chain in order to help this initiative with transportation and faster service.
Across the board, this is just one step in a bigger push to make sure that classrooms are safe, effective, and cheap, and that every student has the right to an effective education.
Barnes & Noble, partnering with the Student Association, is planning to make textbooks become more accessible and cost-efficient for students. Now, the initiative is starting this summer and is expected to take full swing coming this fall. I'm Chloe Breeze with Citrus TV News.
Thank you, Chloe. Now, it's one of the most stressful times here on campus. Syracuse University course registration has begun today. Registration dates vary based on the amount of credits a student has completed. To check your registration date, go to the enrollment tile on MySlice. Students must remove any holds on their account before registering. The dates are open through the 9th. Schedules can be adjusted until June 30th.
With the end of the semester quickly approaching, that means seniors are getting ready to soon be SU alumni. And speaking of alumni, in addition to the alumni awards that are taking place tomorrow, the university is calling upon the classes of 1950 through 1975 for a reunion starting this evening into tomorrow night. Reunion Day activities include dinner, exclusive tours, and awards. Tickets are $50, which covers all of the events throughout the day. And for any questions, you can reach out to the Office of Alumni Engagement and Annual Giving. Now, the Alumnus Oliver Towers in the East Adams neighborhood are getting new funding for interior and exterior renovations. Our Roman Verna is live outside of the building. Roman, tell us more.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Governor Hochul announcing today $107 million being allocated for the Almus Oliver Tower right behind me in East Adams. Now, this comes as construction and demolition is underway on the Interstate 81 project, and these towers were actually built not too long after that, so definitely an aim to start reducing those symbols of racial segregation that Syracuse has been littered with for far too long. In a statement, Mayor Ben Walsh said, quote, "The Almus Oliver Towers project will provide safe, accessible, and affordable housing. It will also create housing we can all be proud of by incorporating energy-efficient and sustainable features that will improve living conditions and save occupants money." Now, in addition to those sustainable developments and renovations, we're also going to see renovations to common spaces within the towers, making them more modern and bringing them up to a better livable standard. Also, an increase in the amount of units from around 180 to over 190, and all this happening residents of the towers can still remain in their homes largely undisturbed. This is part of a larger plan by the city for a 27-block community grid in conjunction with the boulevard that will be in the place of I-81. These new rooms will also be allocated to people making up to 60% of the median household income in Syracuse. That's all I have for now, though, guys. Reporting live in East Adams, Roman Verna, Citrus TV News.
Thank you, Roman. The Lerner Center in Maxwell is now the home of a campaign known as Healthy Monday. Our Lucy Schaefer tells us why.
Hey guys, the Lerner Center is now the new owner of the Healthy Monday movement, which is a way to encourage people to use Mondays as the start of a new healthy habit. At the end of March, Syracuse University became the owner, now operating the website, content, and ongoing initiatives.
Sorry for the technical difficulties. Hopefully we can get to that package a little bit later in the show. But for now, let's talk about how the weather is switching up on us like crazy, Cora.
It's switching up on this like the technology here at Citrus TV. You know, you want it to work out for you, but at the same time, you go outside and you're like, this is too warm and I'm wearing a jacket.
There was hail last night. Now I was outside in a short sleeve top today. I mean, I really don't know what is going on, but hopefully we can expect some warmer temperatures or at least some constant temperatures throughout this weekend. Our weather anchor, Sophia Braun, is here in studio. Sophia, what can we expect?
Well, you guessed it, guys. The weather is definitely all over the place today, but I can say at least for the rest of today, it will stay pretty warm. Temperatures are currently at around 63 degrees, and it is pretty cloudy. A little bit of sun will be peeking in and out through the rest of the afternoon. But looking across the region around this time, temperatures a little bit north of us are sitting in Fulton around 60 degrees and down in Binghamton at around 65. Pretty consistent across the board. But going into tonight, temperatures will dip to around 59 degrees with cloudy skies and 10 to 15 miles per hour winds that will be making it feel a little bit colder. But that's all I have for you guys right now, and I'll send it back over to the desk.
Thank you so much, Sophia. Now, Onondaga County is taking legal action against hotel operators who have failed to pay substantial tax debts. There are 15 hotels at risk of facing charges in grand larceny, filing false business records, and tax fraud. The tax supports local tourism, organizations, and city budgets. Hotels in DeWitt and Syracuse have the guests pay 9% in tax for their stay, while hotels in Skaneateles nearly double that number. The district attorney's office has not yet shared how the unpaid taxes are being used.
Syracuse Community Health Center is opening a federally funded operating residency program for medical school graduates. The residents will sign up for 3 years of work in exchange for training. This serves as an affordable way to expand care without having to increase reliance on federal funding. Through the program, the center hopes to triple its doctors in the next few years. While the residents won't be able to see as many patients as the center's permanent staff, it opens the door to expanded care. And big political news coming out of central New York today. 2 prominent Republicans are considering to challenge Democratic Congressman John Mannion in the 2026 election. Our reporter Colleen Nakuda has more.
Thanks, guys. Onondaga County legislator Julie Abbott and former state assembly member John Salka are certainly weighing bids for the 22nd Congressional District Street. This challenge is significant as no other Republican had publicly expressed interest in challenging Mannion, who defeated Republican Brandon Williams by nearly 10 points in 2024. Abbott, a moderate Republican from Skaneateles, has been receiving calls from state GOP leaders encouraging her to run. She's a supporter of pro-choice, the denial of gun rights to individuals with a history of violence or mental illness, plans to improve the affordable and senior housing crisis, and has a strong foot in environmental protections, particularly addressing the lakes in the surrounding district. Meanwhile, Salka, a conservative from North Brookfield, has already started talking to local Republican leaders and has planned meetings with key officials about his potential campaign, including that of Onondaga County Chair Republican Joe Bick and County Executive Ryan McMahon. Salka is a fiscal conservative who supports reduced government interference, holds a pro-life stance, supports Second Amendment rights, and backs reforms for the education system in the district. The potential candidacies of Abbott and Salka could lead to a fierce contest for the GOP nomination, as Onondaga County plays a major part in the makeup of the 22nd District. The outcome of this race could shape the political landscape of Central New York for years to come. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Colleen. And coming up on News Live at 6, new tariffs from the Trump administration, what they are and what they mean for your wallet. Next.
Plus, stock markets take a hit from said tariffs. Find out which companies are sliding when your campus news leader returns.
Welcome to an excellent episode of Live from Studio B.
You're watching Citrus TV News, live at 6 with Cora Mayer-Costa, Isabella Galan, and Spencer Conchel. And now, your campus news leader continues.
We'll go back into News Live at 6. President Donald Trump has announced new tariffs on what he calls Liberation Day. Now let's take a look at those tariffs. He announces 10% tariffs on all imports and even higher tariffs on more than 60 countries that have large trade deficits with the U.S. And he plans to impose a 20% tariff to match the European Union's 39% and is raising China's tariff from 20% to 34%.
The 25% tariff on goods from Mexico and Canada are set to stay in place until Trump determines that fentanyl and illegal immigration issues have been resolved. The tariffs also affect American businesses, increasing production and produce costs.
The S&P 500 lost 4% as the stock market fell today. This comes after President Trump introduced 10% or more sweeping tariffs on all countries. The S&P 500 is now at its lowest level since before Trump won the presidency back in November.
Multinational companies, including Nike and Apple, dropped 12% and 9% respectively today as well. Trump says that these tariffs are half of what other countries have been charging us already.
Earlier today, the Trump administration sent a notice to schools asking them to certify that they are following new federal laws related to DEI. The memo, which was sent by the Education Department, asked K-12 schools to sign paperwork saying they have eliminated all DEI practices.
The document provides a several-page-long legal description. If schools are using DEI practices, their federal funding is at risk of getting cut.
And after the break, I will have a look at your 5-day forecast. Stay with us.
Women are bad with money.
That's what the world's been saying for centuries. But now, we've got something to say.
Save it. Save the old-fashioned advice, the empty excuses. It's all worthless, unlike us.
To our fellow females, it is time to save ourselves by saving our money.
Contributing to our futures, investing in our independence.
Until we're no longer 80%
more likely than men to live in poverty in retirement.
So again, we say to that,
Save it. The falsehoods, the feelings of fault. Then the funds.
learn how to save for your retirement at wesaysaveit.org.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
From the Citrus TV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Welcome back into News Live at 6. Let's take a look at your 5-day weather forecast. Starting with Friday and then going into the weekend. On Friday, you can expect still a little bit of sun with highs at 51 degrees. And then going into Saturday and Sunday, temperatures will cool down to around 52 degrees on Saturday and then 44 degrees on Sunday, where you can expect a lot of rain showers throughout the day. Then on Monday, it'll get even a little bit colder relative to Tuesday with a high of 46 degrees, partly cloudy skies. And then on Tuesday, you can expect some morning snow showers. It's not Syracuse weather if you can't expect a little bit of snow. But because it is early April, it is now time, if you're a plant enthusiast like myself, to start growing some of those seeds to then move outside in the later months. So one plant that you can start growing right now in early April is strawberries. And I personally love strawberries because they only take about 6 weeks to grow and will be ready in early May. And then if you want to commit to the long haul, you can start growing raspberries this time of year. Those will take an entire year to start, so those will be ready by next April. And then one nice and easy plant that you can always grow reliably will be tomatoes. Those take about 6 to 8 weeks to grow, and they will be ready in May or early June. So that's all I've got from the farming and weather side of things. I'll send it back to you guys.
Thank you, Sophia. That has me actually wanting to have a garden here now.
Oh, definitely.
Now we turn to a story that we had teased earlier before. The Learner Center in Maxwell is now the home of a campaign known as Healthy Monday.
Our Lucy Schaefer tells us why. Hey, Lucy.
Hey guys, the Learner Center is now the new owner of the Healthy Monday movement, which is a way to encourage people to use Mondays as the start of a new healthy habit. At the end of March, Syracuse University became the owner, now operating the website, content, and ongoing initiatives.
For public health promotion and population health is now the new owner for the Healthy Monday movement. This comes after the Learner Center was gifted $2.52 million to restructure the digital platform and use Syracuse University's research expertise
to encourage users to adopt those healthier behaviors, because research shows Monday is the day people are most open to positive changes, and people who start a healthy habit on a Monday are also more likely to sustain that habit throughout the rest of the week.
Learner Center was established in the Maxwell School of Citizenship and Public Affairs in 2011 with an endowment from Sid and Helene Lerner, who were the creative minds behind the Healthy Monday movement.
Sid was the visionary behind the Healthy Monday movement. He's the one who started the Meatless Monday campaign. It was his, vision and creativity that started it all.
Internships are provided for students to gain the opportunity to use research, education, and outreach to motivate communities to adopt healthy habits. And one freshman has been an intern this semester and has embarked on her own initiative.
Starting to work on healthy recipes for students in dorms, because I noticed a lot this past year as I lived in a dorm, I was lucky to have a friend with a car, so we went to grocery shops sometimes, and I would have snacks in my room, but and some frozen food to microwave, but I was the dining hall wasn't my favorite.
Thank you so much, Lucy. And now the Learner Center.
The Learner Center hopes to continue the future of Healthy Monday and now is embracing a holistic approach to health, creating a lasting impact on the public and at Syracuse University. Cora, now back to you.
Thank you so much, Lucy. Now, former President Barack Obama is speaking at Hamilton College today for their Great Name series.
Our Tegan Brostrom is live at Hamilton College. Now, Tegan, what is it looking like?
Thanks, Cora and Bella. Yeah, I'm here at Hamilton College, where in just 45 minutes, President Barack Obama will be taking the stage at their field house. It'll be a moderated discussion between the president of the college and former President Barack Obama, focusing on themes such as diplomacy and democracy, as well as leadership. This is Obama's the third president to visit Hamilton College for this speaker series, and the line you can see behind me was all the way over here and is moving pretty rapidly, so the school's doing a great job at moderating all of these guests. They're expecting over 5,400 guests to be in attendance tonight, so it's going to be a big event, but it's being moderated really well, and I'll keep you guys updated throughout the night. Thanks. I'm live from Hamilton College. Tegan Brostrom, Citrus TV News.
Thank you so much, Tegan. Definitely a historic happening here. Now, the Fall College's Sports Analytics Department recently agreed on a partnership where students have hands-on experience in the professional sports field.
Our Benjamin Lefkowitz has the details on how this major partnership will expand Falk students' academic options.
Yeah, thanks guys. The Syracuse Sports Analytics Department entered a historic agreement with the United Football League. This is the first time an American college or university has worked with the UFL. The Spring Football League is set to provide students with experience in professional football and access to those in the industry, while SU students offer data analysis to help with league operations and initiatives. Danny Barris is one of 7 students who have joined the first phase of the agreement, with more to come in the future. And the junior is pleased with how reception from the league has been.
Excited about just how receptive they've been to what we're doing. They seem like they're really excited about this partnership and want to be able to take what we're doing and be able to just like use it in ways that are helpful for them. So just
the 2-time national champion analytics program is well set up for the future, and Danny is ready to see the positive impact of the partnership for the next generation.
Students be able to get their names out there, be able to work with real world data, real organizations, and be able to gain experiences and networking and just expand their skills in this way is something I think is really valuable.
This is just the beginning for the historic partnership. Cora and Bella, I'll send it back to you guys.
Syracuse women's lacrosse has won 4 straight, but can they keep it rolling? In their final non-conference matchup, the number 6 Orange took on the number 12 Yale Bulldogs yesterday. Find out if they can extend their streak next.
Rolling.
Sound is speeding.
Can you slow that down, please? This is 28-1.
28-1.
And now, your Citrus TV Sports Report.
Welcome to sports. I'm Grace Piatko. The Orange faced a tough challenge against one of the nation's top defenses. Yale allows just over 7 goals per game, ranking 3rd in the country. Syracuse looked to break through and keep its win streak alive. Let's take a look at how it went down. The last meeting between these two squads was last season. The Orange won big, 19-9, to advance to the Final Four. Down 3-1, the freshman phenom Melina Cotter runs it in on the free position to tie the game at 3. She's coming off a hat trick against UVA. Another freshman gets on the board with seconds left in the third. Caroline Trinkus takes it to the net, brings SU within 1. Coming into this game, she had 22 goals so far this season. Fallon Vaughn with the give-and-go goal on the assist from Lane Taylor. The Orange could not stop Vaughn. She had 5 goals in just this game. Yale celebrates revenge over Cuse and snaps their 4-game win streak with a 13-10 win. The Orange head west to take on the California Berkeley Bears on Saturday. The Syracuse men's lacrosse team is riding high on a 5-game win streak, but the final stretch of the regular season won't be easy. The Orange are coming off a 12-10 win over the unranked but gritty Virginia squad. Now they prepare for one of their toughest tests yet. Number 5, Notre Dame. The Irish return to Central New York for the first time since 2023, coming off a 14-7 win over Duke. Saturday's matchup features 2 top 10 scoring offenses and top 10 defenses. Face-off should be a battle, with both teams winning at over 60%. And it doesn't get any easier. After Notre Dame, Syracuse faces number 1 Cornell, number 12 Duke, and number 8 North Carolina to close out the regular season. And from the turf to the hardwood, Syracuse basketball just made a strong move in the transfer portal, landing Oregon State shooting guard Nate Kings. The 6'5" junior announced his commitment on Instagram yesterday, a big addition for the Cuse after 5 Orange players entered the portal. King averaged above 11 points and 2.5 rebounds per game last season, but his real impact comes from deep. He shot nearly 45% from the 3, tying for the 11th most triples in the West Coast Conference with 58. He hit 3 or more threes in 9 games, 2 more times than any SU player this season. Kings joins William Kyle as the second transfer pickup, giving Syracuse 8 scholarship players for the next season. When we come back, we'll have a celebration for National Burrito Day. Don't go anywhere.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner!
Go. Excellent. Soccer is fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there. We're the family. Yeah! Oh, I thought you were on my team. Wait,
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. You're gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Go, bro. Okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. We're getting so wet.
Welcome back into News Live at 6, and today is National Burrito Day. Since the 1930s, restaurants have been celebrating this great holiday throughout the country.
And I mean, I know, of course, it's the one day that Spencer Conjul's in here who celebrates by having Chipotle every single Thursday, but we're going to celebrate in honor of him. We got our burritos here, and we don't have time to eat them here, but I know I'm definitely going to save this for later.
No, definitely hungry. I mean, Grace and Sophia, we all love burritos here, but that's all for Citrus TV News Live at 6 this Thursday.
Don't forget to follow us on all socials, and from the entire Citrus TV News team, I'm Isabella Galan.
And I'm Cora Mayer-Costa. Have a great night, Syracuse.